All right. What are you saying now? What are you saying?
That the last, I don't know, we don't do politics on this show.
On Aired Out.
On Aired Out.
Yeah.
This is not the political show.
Right.
This is a show where you do community things.
Yeah.
And Michael Booton's show at night.
Yeah.
The
Barry Beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all politics.
That's where the local politics scene is live, at least, where you can go and ask questions.
This is very true. Very true. And Michael Deering, the voice of Michael Deering this morning, live on Aired Out, right next to me. Top of the morning to you. You got the Aired Out podcast from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street, Barrie, Vermont. Brought to you this morning by Green Mountain Mulch, producing and delivering quality mulch products to the wholesale and the retail markets, Michael, for over 41 years. We love them. One of our sponsors. Dude, it is it's fantastic to see you this morning. Look at you. You look like a million. Tell me about the shirt.
The shirt? Oh, this is Spalding High School Crimson Tide football.
Yes.
You
are a big fan.
I'm not only a big fan,
Coach.
But I help support the program as an assistant coach. I mean,
Yes.
I do very little when it comes to the assistant coaching stuff. We have a great group of guys that are really kicking some butt.
Yeah.
Trying to mold the next generation of young men and football players.
Yes, and they do a hell of a job.
Yeah, and women too. I mean, if girls want to come out and play football.
Come on, seriously?
Absolutely.
I think that's great.
There was an article just recently from the flag football level about a young girl named Scarlett. And I can share that with you. I'll share it on my Facebook as well.
Yeah.
But a gentleman shared that with me, Jason Barron.
Yeah.
From the Chittenden Bucks. A girl,
Okay.
she's 8 years old. Flag football.
Dude, that's fucking badass. I
It
love
is.
hearing stuff like that.
Yep. My daughter played last year for me.
How old is she?
This year she's 8, so she was 7 last year.
Wow.
It really is a sport for boys and girls alike.
I love it.
There's no difference.
I love it.
Me too.
I love it.
How many times? I mean, let's be honest. Can you really hit people and get away with it?
Yes, this is true.
And football is one of those ways that you can take out that aggression.
Yes.
Legally.
Yes.
And not be held
I would love for Lily to play because she's so freaking fast, man, dude. She's fast on her feet like bad.
She's got that mean mug down, so.
Oh, I mean, it's just amazing. Listen, I know. Let's first off say this morning that although your hair is absolutely amazing, you do not look like Raylene. You are not Raylene.
Never.
Raylene's out today, and Raylene and I had plans to go over to 802 Coffee and broadcast live this morning, share a cup of coffee, have some fun.
Yeah.
I got over there, and their doors were locked. They're apparently still closed. And Raylene and I both thought that they had reopened, but apparently they haven't yet. So I looked in through the window, and all of the chairs are up on the tables and everything. They're locked down. They're closed over at 802 Coffee on Air Street, right here in the Granite
And they haven't
City.
been open at all yet?
They, not to my knowledge. I think they were closed all summer, but they are still closed. So I was like, you know what? Wait a second. Don't I have a studio? I have a studio on North Main Street. I'm just going to run over there, and I'll broadcast live over there. Isn't that a great idea?
Thoughts?
So, and then I saw Cassie, your beautiful wife, and I said, tell Deering that if he wants to join me on the air this morning, I'd love to have him. This is awesome. Have you ever been on Aired Out with me?
So I've never been on Aired Out personally. I've been on.
Shame on.
I think
no,
actually,
shame on me.
Once we had a little phone session after the primary election.
I remember.
But again, we don't do politics on this show.
This is true.
You know, you really do the community events and all of the other things that are going on that are not politically involved.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate about your show, really.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I mean, when I tune into your show, it's about all the other stuff that's going on in the community, and not the political scene, because as we know, things in the political realm are crazy.
Contentious.
Contentious.
That's just one word, and that's a massive understatement.
Yeah. So, I mean, I applaud anyone who is involved in politics whatsoever.
Right. Different planet.
Yeah, it really is.
So with that said, it's also fair to say that it is, and Raylene and I have said this many times, it is literally impossible to completely 100% stay away from politics.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just part of the news, and you have to. There are ways that it can kind of slip in under the radar.
Yep.
But for the most part, I try to steer clear of it because it's so polarizing. And I hate to use that word, but it's just, my God, it's so polarizing. So with that said, Republicans win control. They've finally secured the. Sorry, I mean, this is a big story in the nation right now. Finally secured the 218 seats needed for the majority of the House of Representatives yesterday. Took a little bit more than a week
to come up with the election results.
Yes. What do you think about that? Go ahead. The name of the show, Mr. Deering, is Aired Out. You can say anything you want.
So anything I want. And I know that, I mean, I'm always held accountable to everything that I say and do.
So am I.
But I say what I feel and think.
So do I.
Regardless, because that's just who I am. So locally, I have no issues with our election here in Barrie City. I personally worked a 4-hour shift working absentee ballots with another individual. Because as a city councilor, I'm on the Board of Civil Authority. So I took that opportunity to check in on our elections, to work and do my civic duty.
Good.
I feel like great.
I wish more did that.
At the Barrie Town polls. I was at the Barrie Town polls when they announced the election results. I was with Gina and Topper. I really felt the election results in Barrie Town. They came really quickly. They were done effectively. Hands up, good job to them. On the county level and the state level, to take as long as it did to get some of those results, and then the national results to come in, I mean, we can find a Powerball winner quicker than we can find an election winner. How do you support the election process nationally when you're having those types of results?
I say it's bullshit. I mean, yeah.
I question it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I question the integrity of elections, but I question why it takes so long for things to get back.
Right.
I mean, we can find a Powerball winner that quick.
Yeah.
We spend enough money in elections, billions of dollars, that there's no reason that we can't be able to push some buttons and say, okay, yep, we know this person won.
Look at this. Here we are talking about politics this morning. My God, Deering, what are you doing to me?
It's ingrained in everything we do. Like you said, I mean, everything that we do, you have to be involved at politics, whether you call it Republican, Democrat, Independent. Politics are just a way to describe how you're feeling and how you're talking about
we almost can't even say the P word now without some kind of polarization, and we can't talk to each other. It's like, are you red? Are you blue? Are you D? Are you R? What's the stamp that's on your forehead? Do I like you? Do I not like you? Can we have Thanksgiving together at the same table if you're this and I'm... Holy shit.
Yep. And you wonder.
Stop it, everybody.
Thanksgiving's coming up next week. What do you talk about?
Oh, my God.
You don't talk about religion or politics.
At the table or in the house?
I do both.
Just glancing here at the story, this is going to make this is going to make it easier for the GOP to slow President Biden's policies, though their victory is by no means a mandate from the voting public. Despite the poor economic conditions and a general uneasiness in the nation, the red wave Republicans were hoping for never developed in last week's midterm elections. The Republicans' victory in the House, however, means that Biden will now face a divided government for the final 2 years of his term, with Democrats retaining control of the Senate. That's the story that I have this morning.
I think that's huge. I mean, to have a majority either way is horrible. So to have democracy in play in a year where we're going to see what President Biden is going to do in the next 2 years. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have Republicans and Democrats in control with President Biden, and we'll see what he can do. I mean, the last 2 years to me has been democratically controlled. We see where the economy is. We see the price of inflation. It's ridiculous. But I'm not saying that it's all based on policy. There are a lot of things that are involved with the economy. Yeah. But I think that the next 2 years, having the balance back in the federal government is important.
Yes.
It's something that we don't see here in Vermont, and it saddens me.
This there's this news that from last night, from early this morning. What does this mean for Nancy Pelosi? I mean, I think a lot of people are kind of wondering. I mean, she's supposed to be making an announcement today, what she's going to do. The threat on her husband likely to come into play with her decision of whether she's going to continue forward. And what was your reaction, Michael Deering's reaction, about the news from the Trump camp?
I got to be honest. I don't really follow a lot of the national media. I personally don't have time for it.
Were you surprised, though?
No, I would say I wasn't surprised. I mean, the way that things went down, just in general, with Biden and Trump in the transition of power, let a lot left to be said. And
well, a lot of the Dems are now saying that Trump, and I'm paraphrasing here in a huge way, but basically in layman's terms, that Trump is such a bad representation of the Republican Party that it's actually the Dems are happy that he has made this announcement that he's going to run for 2024 because it's going to make the Dems look better.
It's a strategy. It really is something that happens in politics. I mean, we see it locally. We see it nationally.
It's a chess game.
It really is. Politics, there's a reason that people get degrees in political science. Because it really is a science about politics and how elections are won and lost and how campaigns are run.
Yes.
I mean, you can have a great candidate with great ideas, but you can also have somebody else that can absolutely just sink your campaign if that's what the mission is.
That's right.
And I honestly feel like the way that the voters come out is atrocious. We talked about this at City Council on Tuesday.
Yes.
With the number of people that come out to vote. And then you wonder about how many of those people that are voting are actually knowing the candidate and not just voting based on a letter by their name.
Oh, my God. So much of that. So much of that. If you're just joining us, Michael Deering is with me this morning. Raylene and I were going to we had big plans to have morning coffee over at 802 Coffee on Air Street, but they are closed. So we are not only not there, but we are with Michael Deering this morning. We are holding steady at about 31 degrees, mostly cloudy in Barrie. We'll get up to only about 37 today. Cloudy skies, afternoon snow showers moving into the picture. Tonight looks like mostly cloudy. We'll get maybe a few flurries or some snow showers. What the hell's the difference between snow flurries and snow showers, Michael? I don't know. Neither do you. Lows down around 20, and then tomorrow, 39 degrees for the daytime high, mostly cloudy. Still some snow showers possible. 39. Weekend looks good, though. 37 degrees on Saturday with plenty of sunshine. Lily and I, last night, were outside for, had to be close to 10 hours, maybe 12. Making a snowman in the dark with headlamps. We made the biggest, baddest ass snowman that I've ever made in my life. I mean, this thing was way too big. We had no business doing this. I had to use a 2x12 board. Let's see, the 2x12 by 12 to get the second body of the snowman rolled up the yard to get it onto the base, the ass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's huge. It's got to be 7 feet. It's got to be.
I'm going to be looking for your house while I'm outdoor dashing.
Well, it's in the backyard. So you're not going to see
I'm
it.
not that creepy.
But I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to take pictures of this thing. It's so big that it had to be named, and the name is Wilbert. Wilbert has has suffered a little bit through the pandemic with not the healthiest eating habits. He's gained at least 25 pounds. He has not been getting out of the house and getting exercise. And it shows. And it's okay. It's okay. But Wilbert is, he seems happy. He's fat and happy, just like me. And again, watch for pictures of Wilbert. We'll have them. Coffee this morning. I'm seeing that there's great news here, and let's make this the daily dose of feel good. Prices are coming down. Java supplies plummeted during the pandemic because people were staying home and drinking it by the pot. Yep. True for me. That's what I do. I make a pot on a Saturday and Sunday morning. By noon, it's gone.
Yep.
Climate change. What? And climate change destroyed some crops. But thanks to warmer, wetter weather in South and Central America, in the past month alone, prices have plummeted more than 20%. Don't expect, I'm reading here, obviously, don't expect your oat milk latte to get cheaper overnight, however. Industry officials say that coffee shops could keep rising prices to offset other costs, thus inflation. But anyway, good news in general. If you're a coffee fan, prices should be coming down a little bit.
But probably not at your local store.
Probably not at your local store. This is true. I hope that the do you hunt at all? Do you get out in the woods?
You know, I haven't really had that much time.
But you have.
I have, yep.
All right. You planning on doing any of that?
Not this year.
All right.
My plate is full.
I hope the widows, the hunters' widows, are. I hope they're okay. I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, they stay home, they stare at the wall, they cry, they watch soap operas, they miss their husbands who are off at deer camp. Horse shit!
I was going to say.
They're at Gusto's getting hammered, half naked, out in the parking lot.
Oh, don't tell me this stuff. We just approved a liquor license for them. I don't want to hear any of that. None of this half-naked stuff.
I'm saying
You're killing me, JD.
the widows are having a fucking blast right now.
I mean, honestly, my wife loves it when I go away. Yeah. I love it when she goes away. It's always nice to get the break. I mean, it's kind of a vacation. Yes, you miss your significant other.
Yes.
But you fill the time with things. It's not like you're breaking up. You're just taking a little bit of a vacation.
The widows are having a blast.
Can I make a good point?
Please do.
So many of the hunters that I know have already gotten their deer.
Yes, I've seen a lot.
It looks like a very successful season.
Yeah.
And personally, someone who loves venison, I am thrilled that these people are able to hunt this animal.
That's right.
Put the meat in their freezer. And with the cost of inflation, the cost of the economy.
Great point.
I mean, really, that's as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
You go, you get your meat.
Yes.
And there are so many wonderful people in Barrie that will prepare your stuff for you. You bring your animal to them.
Right.
They butcher it for you.
And they need the business.
They do. Everybody needs a business.
Support them.
I mean, really, you go out, you get your deer, bring it home. It's beautiful.
It's life. And it's Vermont, but I mean, it's wonderful. I'm so happy for all of the hunters. And for those of you that haven't, be patient. It's not, as most hunters know, it's not about whether you bagged a big-ass buck. It's about the whole experience. Yep. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
Get out in the woods, relax, enjoy the peace and quiet.
Well, that and the weather's been horrible for deer hunting.
Yeah.
No snow. You can't really track an animal as well.
Right.
I mean, you can see some stuff, but tracking it, the droppings and everything else, just is much more difficult when there's no snow.
Well, they're tracking now. That's for damn sure. We're all over the road, Deering. You know that. That's how we fly here. Facebook question of the day, and I posted it up this morning. Are you Facebook friends with your boss? And is this a good idea? I'm curious to know what people have to say about this, especially considering that today is National Unfriend Day.
Nice.
The day, Mr. Deering, when we take inventory of all of the asshats that we are supposedly friends with on social media, and we cut the ties.
Yeah.
We say, you know what? I've been thinking for a long time that this guy is a douchebag.
Time to go.
And maybe people are doing that to me this morning. That's fine.
I love it. I would much rather.
Yes.
I actually I put this post up within the last week that some friend requests are more about being a security camera than a friend request.
That is brilliantly said. That is so true.
I'll post stuff up there just for people to comment to see, hey, who's looking at my Facebook page?
Yes.
And a friend of mine calls that red meat.
Oh,
so, you throw the red meat out there to see. You're like, nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
My God.
So, it is interesting. Or when you go live, or you do things, and then certain people who are not your friends,
right?
But they're the first people to be looking at your Facebook Live.
Well, they're trolling.
I love it.
It's a little bit of trolling, right?
So you troll back, right?
You do.
So you drop some red meat, to have fun.
Yes.
Because really, it is more about entertainment. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook.
Because sharks can sense blood from a mile away, right? There you go.
So you drop the meat in.
Yes.
Smell it out. And really,
you're killing me.
I don't have time to kind of sit there and go back and forth because I've got 4 kids.
Yes.
I'm constantly in meetings.
Right.
I mean, every night this week has been a meeting.
Yeah. I posted something last night. There's a survey, or what is that? Not the talk to me about the survey. It was something else.
School or city?
School.
Because there's two surveys.
Yeah. The where did I post it?
So the school is doing.
Hold on, I'll find it.
The budget.
Yes.
Yes.
I posted that last night. I'm looking for it.
It's not as in depth as the ARPA study or ARPA survey the city of Barrie has put out there on the website.
That's different. Here it is: budget listening session and budget survey
tonight.
Is it tonight?
It is tonight.
Well, you ought to know.
I'll be there
Tonight, 6 p.m. at the Spalding High School Library.
Yes.
Community members will be able to attend in person or virtually, and they really want the input.
Well, I think it's
important. Do they really want the input?
Well, so here's the thing, and I say this as someone who is currently in budget season as a city councilor. I think it's important to get the feedback. We just had an ARPA listening session on the city's end on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to listen to people. We had 40 or so individuals there telling us how we should spend the money.
Yep.
So tonight, I would really like to see a large amount of people out to this meeting to let the school know, hey, I like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing. This is what we could do better. To me, if you're not involved in the process, you're failing the system.
Yeah.
They're giving you an opportunity to come out and express your concern, whether they want to hear what you have to say or not. And I honestly do believe that they do want to hear. Because no one wants to go to the ballot and vote no, and then they have to go back to the drawing board.
Right.
I mean, this is the reason we do a budget process. So I think it's supposed to go up like 6 or 8%. And I believe last year, don't quote me on the exact number, but I believe it was like $53 million was last year's budget. Originally, I think I had seen a 10% increase proposal, which got chiseled down to 6 or so. So regardless, you're still looking at an increase in budget for this year.
All right. Well, Raylene has posted also the link to the ARPA funds.
Yes.
Being used for the city of Barrie, of which you're on the Barrie City Council. If folks are not aware, you are a council member.
I am.
So how do you think that's going to play out?
I really feel good about the current situation that we just went through on Tuesday. We had a listening session with 40 or so community members like we just talked about.
Yeah.
Council was there. The mayor was there. The manager. People who had submitted projects were able to present for those projects.
Right.
Many of those projects were amazing. I really even personally supported one of them, which is a feasibility study for a new athletic complex at Spalding High School. Hasn't been redone since the high school was built. And honestly, promoting that as a Spalding High School assistant football coach. So I think we're in a good position that council was able to listen to people, understand where we're expecting that we'd like to see the money spent.
Sure.
But ultimately, we don't have to make a decision, I believe, until next year, 2023.
Yeah.
And the money doesn't have to be spent until 2024.
All right. Where's the Barrie Auditorium falling into this conversation?
That was one of the presentations, was to upgrade the HVAC, the heating, and the air conditioning.
Did you, what?
Yes, I did say air conditioning.
Did you just say air conditioning?
I pumped the air conditioning, honestly, this summer because we had went to the fights, the Donnie Brooks promotion.
Yes.
Had the Battle in Barrie.
We got another one coming up on the 21st. January.
And that was my first ever MMA thing.
Look at that crowd. It
was great.
How many people? I mean, that's amazing. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
But if we're
gonna be better.
If we're gonna pull that many, if we're gonna continue to pull that many people into a giant brick square, during the summer, we need to make the time that they're in that building somewhat comfortable.
Well, I think that it's important because it brings in a lot of revenue.
All of the fighters and their families, they're filling our hotels and restaurants and everything.
All
they're
of
coming
that
from
stuff.
all over New England, dude.
And if we could, I've been to a concert there, Big Daddy Weave, amazing Christian group. They had a concert there. The place was pretty packed. I'm going to tell you what, it was hot.
So it was during the summer.
It was.
Obviously.
But regardless, it was an amazing experience.
Sure.
But how many people are really going to want to go to those things?
Yeah.
So if
during
you
the
can
summer,
get it changed,
right,
so that you're able to control the temperature better,
yeah,
you can bring in more revenue for the city.
What about the bathrooms, handicap accessibility, and all that?
So there's a lot of ADA issues. I know that when Cody Morrison was the executive director for BADC, we talked about it a lot.
He was banging that drum all the time.
Yeah, and it's important. I mean, to have that facility usable is important. To have it where we can have it an emergency site for the state.
Sure.
And it's not really that handicap accessible.
Right.
So there are some things that need to be done. I mean, even just some paint on the outside of it, on the awning would be nice.
Right.
We just did have a celebration for the Barrie Independence.
Yep.
There was a wartime World War II.
Okay.
Commemorative.
I have heard over the years, way before ARPA and COVID and all of this, of a great need for, because winters are so long, for an indoor teen center was some words that were used. Indoor, activity center, community center, a place for teens to go that may not be the school, where they can get on the internet, chill out in some beanbags, maybe shoot some hoop, get a beverage, mingle, chat, do something, get the hell off of the streets, especially during the winter. A place to go. Is there still any more discussion about any of that?
I really wish that I could say there was, but what it came down to was the All In for Barrie.
Yeah, right.
It essentially...
The big community forum.
Yeah, it came out with a committee,
yeah,
and the committee kind of decided that wasn't something that the community could do. I really personally don't support that. I think that there is something that we have to do, not only as a father of 4 kids in the community
who are bored during the winter.
We are.
Need to get the hell out of the house.
As of January 1st, I'll also be the president for the Barrie Youth Sports Association football program.
You?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Congratulations,
Thank
dude.
you. I was elected on Monday for that.
God, can you imagine if we had a place where, we could play indoor football or whatever?
Well, I think that the Barrie Auditorium is used, and I think that we can utilize it more. I know that there's some open gym nights that the city has done.
I am familiar with that. Yes.
So I think some more activities like that. I talked to some people within our organization on Monday after our meeting about doing some things like that.
And I should get Stephanie on the air, because it's one thing to have these nights, these times there.
Yeah.
But it's a whole nother thing to promote them.
Sure.
So if we can try to be the conduit to the community and get the help.
Yep.
Get the word out there that this is what's going on. Let your kids run around.
Yep.
Instead of jumping on your couches at home.
Or vegging out on the electronic babysitter. I mean,
thank you.
Well said. See too often that electronic babysitter mentality. That's just kind of a lot of the society that we're in.
Right.
But if we can get kids off the couch and into a gym, shooting some hoops, doing some activities.
Mental health.
Yep. It really goes a long way for the mental health, I feel.
Wow. I'm just seeing here, and I posted this last night, that we have this big band of lake effect snow that's supposed to be developing late tonight across New York in the southern St. Lawrence Valley on early Friday morning, tomorrow morning. Snowfall rates 1 to 2 inches an hour possible. I'm just glancing here. Total accumulations expected to range between 1 and 2 feet.
Nice.
Not sure.
So will there be snow on Saturday? Because there's a football game on Saturday.
Oh!
We have some high school players from
messy.
Spalding playing in the North-South high school football game.
It's going to be messy. And if it all melts before Saturday, it's going to be messy-er.
Yes.
Muddy-er.
Come on, how many? It's going to be at Norwich. So it'll be on the turf.
Well, that's true.
Tyler and Zach are going to have some fun on Saturday. I won't give their last names because they are students in the school. But I'm sure that if you follow the Spalding High School football program, you know that the two seniors, Tyler and Zach, are in the All-Star North-South game.
Well, that's going to be. What time's that game start?
You know, I'm not sure. I think it's a 1:00 game.
All right.
But I'll be there. Some other coaches will be there. It'll be
Jesus,
fun.
I'm just in here. Lake effect snow warning.
Yes.
From 4 a.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Sunday for southwestern St. Lawrence County, New York. A winter weather advisory is in effect from 4 a.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Saturday for southeastern St. Lawrence County of New York. So if you haven't seen this thing, I've got it. It's on the Aired Out page. Beautiful colors. It's the full rainbow. There's dark red. There's a lighter red. There's oranges and purples and blues and light blues. I mean, it's beautiful. It looks like a painting. But there's a lot of snow coming. Not sure how much that's going to impact us here in central Vermont. Also want to mention, because they're, of course, one of our sponsors, Gustos, is going to present Bonfire, the AC/DC tribute band, on Friday, November 25th. Friday, November 25th, 9 p.m. show. These guys are absolutely... You've seen them.
I have not.
Oh, my God. Absolutely amazing. If you're even remotely an AC/DC fan, you've got to go to this. And Lily is a huge AC/DC fan.
How can you not be? They're so good.
I know. She's 8 years old. Every single morning, we rock out to AC/DC. And my volume button tops out at number 54. That's as high as it'll go.
Yep.
She says, come on, Dad, 54. So we rock out to AC/DC on the way to school every morning. I wonder if I could possibly sneak Lily into Gustos on Friday night, November 25th. Get some heels on her and some makeup and sneak her in there. You think I could do it, bud? She's 8. She's 8.
I don't want to say yes to that because there are some official ramifications to my implications.
I know.
So I'm going to say no.
All right.
Just keep Josh and Caitlin.
Yes.
Keep them where they need to be.
Yes.
So we can continue to, when their liquor licenses come up, I can continue to say I approve.
Right.
Because I do feel like they run a really good business down there.
And you know what? There are people watching, listening this morning who are like, JD, are you serious? You're gonna put your daughter in a mini skirt and some high heels and try to sneak her into Gustos? Are you fucking serious?
Can we ring the bell on that one? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
FGB Theaters, presenting sponsor of the Aired Out podcast. Since it all started in 2018, we're going to be posting up all of the movie listings playing not only tonight but through the weekend. We will have all of that for you. It is a perfect forecast to go indoors, stay warm, go to the Capitol Theater, go to the Paramount right here in Barrie, enjoy a movie. And don't forget, parents, please, God, FGBtheaters.com, matinees on Saturday and Sunday. So get the kids out and go see a movie. Today, as I said earlier, is National Unfriend Day. It is also National Take a Hike Day, National Baklava Day. Do you like baklava?
No thanks.
National Butter Day. And let's see, there's too many national days. During National Homemade Bread Day today. So if you've continued your pandemic baking habits, here's a day to celebrate.
Rise Up Bakery.
I love that place.
See?
Oh, God. I got the bread machine at home. I think I'm going to make some bread.
I'm not that sophisticated.
The bread machine's simple. You dump the shit in, you hit on, and you walk away. 3 hours later, you got a loaf of bread.
Told you I'm still not that sophisticated.
Birthdays today. Mike Dyer's 39. Jordan Blaze. Rich McSheffrey is on the birthday list today.
Oh,
wow. I'm not sure how old he is. Brittany Nicole.
He's 35.
Could be. Brian Duff. We have Ronald Dusso, 45. Lisa Crowningshield is on the birthday list today, who we love. Chris Sanborn is 46 years old today. Reed Perry, 34. Rachel McAdams is 44. Aaron Lines is 45. Let's see. Dylan Walsh, 59. RuPaul, 62. Elvin Hayes is 77. I'm just looking through the celebrity list here. Yeah, and that's Danny DeVito, 78 years old today, and Martin Skorsky is 80. So pretty cool. Happy birthday, everybody. The national headlines are generally pretty shitty. University of Virginia student accused of fatally shooting 3 people and wounding 2 others appeared in court for his first hearing. 22-year-old bimbo. That's a nice way of saying asshole.
Can I ask a question? I mean, we're aired out, right?
We're aired out.
So criminals break laws.
Yeah.
So do you think if we really held people seriously accountable, maybe we have a public hanging and show people that, hey, you want to do this?
That's how they do it in other countries.
I mean, let's be honest. Criminals are breaking laws with their firearms, and it makes me disgusted.
Yep.
And we, as a society, need to hold these people accountable for breaking laws.
Yep. We have a developing story. Nearly 24 recruits training with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office were injured when a driver barreled into them during an early morning run. 24 recruits from the L.A. County Sheriff's Department. Officials say the recruits were on an early morning run when a car driving the wrong way slammed into them before crashing into a light pole. 22 recruits injured, 5 critically. The 22-year-old driver, who suffered minor injuries, arrested. That's all we know. We don't know anything else. Was it a medical event? Was it intentional? Was he drunk? We don't know. Developing story.
Wow.
Today, Michael, is the American Cancer Society's Great American Smokeout. I think this is the day when smokers are supposed to say, I'm going to stop smoking for one day, see how I do.
Yep.
If I'm doing well, maybe I'll make it a day and a half. Maybe I'll make it 2 days. Maybe I'll start rethinking whether or not my body can handle what I'm doing to it, and whether or not I can afford to keep smoking.
Right.
This is just a general assumption. I'm just guessing that Willie Nelson is probably listed as doubtful, probably not going to be partaking
in the smoke.
He's probably going to he's just probably going to do the smoke. Let's see. Len Goodman announced that he's leaving Dancing with the Stars. Amazon's Jeff Bezos says he's going to be giving away most of his fortune.
Do you want to give some to the Spalding Athletic Facilities?
Give it to the Barry Auditorium. Yes,
well, that too. I mean,
right. He's probably going to ship it right to your house. Of course, it might get stolen off the front porch.
It would definitely get stolen off the front porch where I live.
CNN hosted a town hall with former Vice President Mike Pence last night. Did you see any of that?
No. I was at the literacy night last night.
I heard about that.
And I
saw that.
Can I pump the pause program?
Please do.
So, Berry City
Please.
Middle Elementary School, coordinated by this young lady named Marissa.
Yep.
She went by two different last names depending on how she was feeling last night. But Marissa at the Berry City Middle Elementary School is doing this program called Pause.
On Fridays.
I'm not sure about on Fridays, but I know that
After school art.
Nope.
I'm thinking of something else.
Totally something else. So what this is it's a community-oriented program where it's for clothing, for health beauty care products like soap, shampoo.
Oh, you were live.
I was live last night.
I'm thinking of the after-school art program on Fridays. I'm sorry. That was cool as hell. My God, look at all of the stuff. Where is... you were live.
So I was.
If you haven't seen it, go to Michael Deering's Facebook page and watch it. You did a great job, by the way. Where is all of this incredible stuff coming from? And it's free?
It's all free. It's all coming from people who are donating it, people in the community who, out of the goodness of their heart, have decided that, hey, I have this extra stuff. I don't need it or I don't want it. Here. And not only just the stuff that when I was live that was out,
right?
There's even a bunch of stuff that was on the stage. And the saddest part about the entire event was that there just really wasn't enough people to come.
Exactly.
There were so many things out there for free: jackets, hats, mittens,
hygiene stuff,
diapers.
Where is all of this being housed
So right now everything is being housed on the stage in the cafeteria. Wow. We kind of asked some questions at one of the meetings about possibly seeing if we could get a storage unit donated. But again, that takes some resources as well.
Right.
But really right now it's all being on the stage at the Berry City Middle Elementary cafeteria.
And how often is it pulled off the stage and put out for folks to come by?
I don't know the frequency, but I do know after speaking with Marissa last night that she made it clear that anybody that's in need of something can reach out to her at the school directly or either to Brenda Waterhouse or Pierre Laflamme with the child and their size. And what they can do is they can get that stuff for that child if they have it available.
All right. Paperwork to fill out, applications, eligibility, income eligibility, all that shit?
Nothing. Literally, the building was open last night from 4:30 to 5:30 in the cafeteria. You could walk in, grab whatever you wanted, as much as you wanted, no questions asked.
Wow.
No shame, no nothing. We're a community that we all understand that we're all going through tough economic times.
Understatement.
So people are willing to help and contribute. There are things, name brand stuff with tags on it. Just an unbelievable outreach in this program.
And it's all coming from our community.
Yeah. Yep.
People are out picking up an extra whatever, bottle of shampoo or whatever it is, and dropping it off there.
Yep. People were dropping some stuff off last night.
Do you have to be a member of the school?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say that if you're in need, reach out to Brenda, Pierre, or to Marissa, and they will help you out.
Period.
I mean, I don't think there are exclusions to the program.
And lose the goddamn pride, too.
Really.
Please.
Suck it up, get over yourself, and get the help. I mean, I've seen kids come to school without jackets on. If your kid doesn't have a coat, reach out to me personally on my Facebook page, on I say political page.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
But on my campaign, my political page there, reach out to me if you don't have a winter coat, and we'll get you a winter coat.
Yeah, and you know, if I can just complain here for a second. I saw a kid the other morning out in front of school. Shorts.
Yep.
Yesterday morning. Snow's coming down. Shorts. Why as a parent are you sending your kid to school in shorts during the winter?
Yeah, I would not. I question the behavior myself, but again, not my child. But
this is you calming me down. This is what it is. You're calming me down right now.
I'm trying to be nice and tactful.
You're trying to calm me down. It's not working.
There are no excuses for it. Although I used to wear shorts when I was a kid in the winter. I think I retired them a couple of years ago in the winter just because I'm getting old. This white hair starting to kick in.
But as I said last night, the hair looks good, though.
Thanks.
I don't know if you saw the Vikings-Bills game on Sunday. Did you see this catch from Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver? This amazing one-handed catch. Did you get a chance to see that?
Yeah.
It was so spectacular now that the Hall of Fame has requested some related memorabilia for their collection. The gloves and arm sleeve that Jefferson was wearing while making the catch have arrived in Canton and are soon going to be on display.
Huh.
Can you believe that, dude?
That's a little far-fetched.
I think so.
Kind of early.
I mean, it was a great catch. There's no question about it. But, okay.
Is the Tyree helmet
Thank you.
in Canton? I mean, I'm a Patriots fan. I hate the Giants. I hate David Tyree and his catch. But how long after that catch did that stuff go into the Hall of Fame? Because without that catch, you don't have a Super Bowl win. So
I believe me.
We're a right now society. They want it
now.
We
are. You are
Give
right.
it to me, baby.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Hey, tomorrow morning, we are, and I'm really looking forward to it. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. We're going to be talking about Justice for Phoenix. Not only the walk, but everything that is surrounding the story of this dog right here in central Vermont. There is a Justice for Phoenix pack walk that's taking place in Montpelier on Sunday at 11 a.m. And we're going to chat with Potter's Angels tomorrow morning, probably right around 9:30 or so. And learn more about the story behind the story. Also, been in touch with Donnybrook Fight Promotions, and we posted this up that they are looking for a few more fighters for the next event, January 21st. So if you're training as a MMA fighter, no matter where the hell you are, it doesn't have to be in Vermont. Get in touch with Donnybrook Fight Promotions. It is going to be are you going to try to make this one January 2021?
You know, I think it would be a good event to go to.
All right. You want to see Booten and I get in the cage together?
Oh, absolutely.
Spandex?
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We'd clear the place.
I mean, you're going to be in there anyway, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean,
might as well bring Booten in.
Bring him in.
Thank you for coming in with me this morning.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Love the pieces out of you, and let's do this again.
Okay.
This not acceptable. That Michael Deering has only been on the Aired Out podcast once. It's not acceptable.
Twice now.
Twice. We need to make it. We need to bring you in here more often. All right, buddy. Go Tide.
Go Tide. Yes.
Saturday. Michael Deering, Aired Out, live from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions on Main Street in Barrie. And one of our sponsors, Preston's Kia. they know all too well that Vermonters have many options when it comes to all things automotive. And they also know that you don't have to travel very far to find a car dealer with gimmicks and promotions to get you through the door. It's experience at Preston's Kia that makes the difference. It is such an honor to have them as a presenting sponsor of the Aired Out podcast. Get over to the showroom, 51 Gallatin Hill Road in Montpelier. Check out their online inventory at prestonskia.com. Follow them on Facebook at Preston's Kia VT. And thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you soon. We'll catch you tomorrow morning here on Aired Out.